Hey guys, Captain Foley here with you guys. Initially I wasn't going to do a live tonight, however I decided that I probably should. Um, Again, it's one of those kind of in the dumps kind of moods, and I thought this would give me something to do and entertain you guys and hopefully cheer me up. So, we're going to wait for some more people to arrive. I have a unboxing to do, and then we will do a hangout as well. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. Um, Things look okay over here, but the feed does look a little choppy. But there we go. Looks like it's fixed now. So let me know how I sound, how I look, besides like me. Ugh. Um, and welcome, guys. Looks good here, good, and you can hear me, so that's good. Awesome. Hello, Mr. Red Panda. Hey, Braden. Hey, Mark. Mark Lawrence has been here for a little bit. Mr. Captain 93. Welcome, guys. Good to see you guys. Okay, good. It's working good. I am pleased with that. So, yeah, I'll wait for a few people to get here. I just want to talk a little bit about the Birmingham video. I edited that together. It was 2 hours and 36 minutes long. A lot of people said halfway through that the frame rate, there was like 1 frame per second or per whatever. And it is. I checked it on both my personal channel and the Trek Yards channel, and for some reason, uploading it to YouTube must have caused that, because the version I have on my end is perfect. So I don't understand what happened there, so I apologize. It's a great video too. Sorry if you guys couldn't watch the end of it. I feel bad, I really do. But anyway. Also, guys, if you're not subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, please go do so. I do want to start doing some more stuff over there, including some live video game streams and such. I streamed Call of Duty World War II today, and somebody got all in a huff and was like, Trek Yards in the comments. So I just put my channel as a response, because I pretty much do what I want to do. Mark, yeah, I considered that when I was actually editing the video. I might do that and see if that helps. I don't know. I don't really want to re-upload that one, but I'm sorry if you guys had issues watching it. I really feel bad about that. Hello, Sci-Fi Nation. Hello, David. So, yeah, why don't I have a... Oh, there we go. 19 people watching. All right, cool. Yes, Jeff is here. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Please, we got 19 people here. Not quite as many as I anticipated or would like. Justin T is here. Hold on a second. Fix the camera a little bit. There we go. So everybody, please hit like. If you can super chat, please also super chat. That really helps us out. Considering Samuel's away this weekend, and he wanted me to do a live to hopefully generate some income. So if you guys are able to, please do so. I did want to do this unboxing anyway, and I was going to do it as a regular video for the Captain Foley reviews series, but I figure why not do it live with you guys. So let's just show you guys. Here's the box. It's huge. There it is right there, and it's the Transporter Christmas table decoration. Don't know what makes it Christmas, besides the fact that it came out at Christmas time. But it's huge, and the funny thing is, they actually released this before, kind of. I've had this for years, way before Trek Yards even started. There's the little tree version right here, and this is the new one, just for a sense of scale. So, I mean, that's insanity. It's the same thing essentially. This one has Spock and Scotty though. The new one has McCoy and Spock with Kirk. So this one's got lights and sounds. Also got a little spot at the back here to put a Christmas tree light in, so that lights it from the top. This has been on my Trek Yards Christmas tree every year. So if you haven't watched those videos, go watch them. So I have the tree version and love it. The sound is amazing. Yeah, Jeff, that's this one here. I'll just hit the button for you guys so you can see. If only the figures could disappear. And it's not really showing on screen the flickering quite as well as it should, and it's a little over bright, but there's the old one. So you got Kirk, Spock, and Scotty, and then there's the new one, which is huge. So I'm going to unbox it, take a look at it, we'll plug it in. It does plug in, it doesn't use batteries, or I think it might use batteries as well. For decoration use only. Yeah, connect the table decoration to a 5-volt 0.7 amp power adapter included to see the continuous light effect. Press the button to hear dialogue from the original Star Trek series and a synchronized light show. Plugs into a standard 120-volt outlet. So this one has constant lights. I'm excited to see what they look like. And dialogue from the show, it says, so it's probably going to have some sound clips as well. So, yeah, we're going to get into that in just a minute. Let's wait for a minute or two to get some more people in here. We got 22 people watching. Everybody, please hit like. And again, if you have a question or a comment or whatever, you can super chat or send PayPal as well. It all helps out in the end, and it will really mean a lot. So, and if not, that's fine too. We'll just unbox this, and then we'll have a hangout. Just you and I will talk about things. I'll answer your questions, whatever. Find a topic to talk about. DGR Blue 4 says love it. Now it's saying my video output's low. I don't know why. Let me just check something here. Goddamn, I thought I was going to get away with not wanting to buy that. But it's totally different from the ornament. Oh, it's totally different. It's huge. And it's, like I said, it's not Scotty there. It's actually McCoy's. So it is different. And we're going to take a look at it and just see just how different it is. So... so let's see. Alright, let's just get into the unboxing. So here it is here, like I said. On the back it says, Orville Wilson has always been into science fiction, monsters, and superheroes, but he enjoys sculpting and sweeter stuff too. I think artists should constantly switch gears and try to access different parts of themselves, he says. It gives them more of a range and versatility and makes their work more interesting. So Orville Wilson, I guess, is the guy that sculpted this for Hallmark. How much is it? too fucking much is what it is. US it's $99.99, and in Canada it's $124.99. So it's not cheap, that's for sure. But it's a huge. It's like the size of, like, my head could throw. I don't know. I got a big head. My head would. you know, if you smashed it with a sledgehammer a little bit, you know, it could fit in the box. Yes, Jeff does have a ridiculous amount of stuff. I've seen pictures of some of his stuff, and he does have a lot of stuff. So, all right, so let's get into the unboxing of this. So you open it up, it's just, you can see it in there. Just clear plastic, there's no styrofoam or anything. So we're going to pull this out. So there it is there. So you just remove the so here it is. Jeff, just as a size comparison. That's how different it is. And I'm not holding this one way back here. I mean, if I hold it, this one up here, like so. Force perspective, they're the same size, but they're not really the same size. Put them side by side, and that's the size difference. So this is the old one, the standard one for the tree, and so this is the new one. The sculpting on it's actually damn good. As you can see, they're very good likenesses of the characters. My camera will autofocus. So it's actually much better sculpt than the original. Other than that, exactly the same. You got the little plug-in part back here, and you got the same button right there on the front. So yeah, I just broke my other one. That's not good. Oh well, have to fix that. Anyway. So it also comes with the power adapter, just a standard adapter. Not a good likeness of Kirk. Is it porcelain or plastic figures? They are plastic. Is anyone else missing the super chat button on their screen? That's okay. If I don't get super chats, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, they're just plastic. They're just plastic figures. But we're gonna plug it in right now and see what we got. So you plug it in. It's actually quite nice. You can't really see it here. The upper lights are red on them. It's also got the pads down here glow. It's actually really, really nice. I gotta give them credit for that. Yeah, the likeness of Kirk isn't the best. Why is this not focusing? Anyway, the likeness of Kirk is not the best. Spock and Bones look really good. So that's the constant light. It actually is really nice. It doesn't really show up on camera how nice that looks, but it looks great. Matt Pearson puts in £2. Super chat working. Good trick, Jeff. Yeah, well, you know, that's just for the UK because that's pounds. Got to test the American one. Yeah. So let's hit the button and see what happens.
Ready the transporter room, Mr. Spock. We're beaming down.
Understood, Captain. Please stand by in the transporter room.
Transporter ready?
Aye, sir.
Thank you, Scotty. Ready, Doctor?
No, but you won't let that stop. Ready to transport.
Energize. Kirk Enterprise.
Scott here, sir.
We're beaming up. Notify transporter room.
Aye, aye, sir. Transporter room. Stand by to beam up landing party. All hands. Standing by, sir.
Energize.
Energize.
So there's extra lights up here, and then all the pads light up, and the upper pads as well.
Ready the transporter rooms.
So it's just the beam down and beam up effect, and then the standard
Ready.
glow effect, and it looks really good, guys. Like, Hallmark did a good job. It's quite pricey, but I think it's worth it, actually. It's a really nice piece. A good angle there. Wish the camera would focus, though. But anyway, so that's it. The tabletop Hallmark Transporter ornament. Mark Lawrence puts it 1701. Just figured I'd add a bit. At home alone baking cakes for my own birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday, Mark. It'll actually be your birthday in 13 minutes, at least from here. So, is there a lamp version? No. Oh my god, where'd they go? Sound comes in great. I don't see them. The added detail of the shirts is awesome. eBay, now they need the motion picture transporter malfunction version. Yes. McCoy, suppose they went nowhere. Then this will be your big chance to get away from it all. So yeah, the other one broke. I forgot this had broke years ago. I broke it. Kirk and Spock, or no, Kirk and Scotty are gone. The feet are there. That's a transporter accident right there. Needs to be dusted anyway. So what I'm gonna do is dust it and fix it. The figures are here. Their feet broken off. I remember it had fallen, and it broke a few years ago. So, but this is the size difference. It's quite substantial. This only has 3 transporter pads on the bottom and 3 at the top. This has the full 6. So quite a huge difference. Actually really impressive. Even the top has 6 little circles. The top of this one has 3 little circles. So I'm glad this one has dialogue as well, and I love the constant on feature. That's actually super cool. Really nice. Complete with melting sauna. Oh Canada, how fortunate. Screams come later about the small version. Oh. I think transporter fuckery is something they do a lot more of these days if the effects is available. Yeah. But that's it, guys. And it's huge. It's like the size of my head. So there you go. That's the look at it and the review. I think it's kind of neat. Let me just put it back here. There. But yeah, this poor little bastard broke. That's okay. Like you can see, it's really dusty because it's sitting on my shelf. So I need to dust it. And it's actually better to dust it when the figures aren't in there. Although it'd be cool if the figures were removable, like, well, these ones are, I guess. So you got Scotty and Kirk. But these would be neat if they were magnetic. I don't know if you get the the lower pads to light up if they were magnetic, but to have magnetic figures you can put on and off would be kind of neat, and actually include a few more so you can make different landing parties. I think that'd be cool. So there it is, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. You could transport just your head. I could. JRJ puts in $2. Here's a super chat for enlightening me on whole. Hashtag make Jeff pay. Yes, 30 people watching. Everybody hit like. Let's get the likes up. Oh, had to switch accounts to get a super chat in. Thanks for telling me about the Christmas light hole in the ornament. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, that's what this is. You just put a standard Christmas bulb in there, and then it lights up. And these are all like the holographic, shiny backing, and it looks really bright. Apparently, you haven't been watching my Christmas videos that I do every year, because every time I decorate the Trek Yards tree, this thing's on it, and I always point that out. So, Jeff, have you done a ship briefing about the Lochnar class? Best way to check that is to just go on YouTube and look for Lochnar and Trek Yards. I think we might have. Let me check. I know we talked about the Lochnar a few times, but we haven't actually done a briefing on it. No. But if you're interested in any ship, just type in Trek Yards and then the ship name, and if we've done it, it'll come up. So, 3-Speed Geek says that's a good idea. What's a good idea? Oh, the magnetic figures. Yeah, that'd be super cool. They could release different figures every year, and so it looks really great in person. On camera, it looks kind of not really super spectacular, because the color is all washed out. But yeah, in person, it's really fantastic. I'm actually super pleased with it. So, oh, using magnets, yes, that would be a really cool idea. Jeff says, I've seen some of the Christmas ones, but not all the way through. Watching that stuff cost me money due to lack of restraint. You should watch them, Jeff. Did you guys ever cover the Trek video games? The old ones, I mean. Star Trek 25th Anniversary was a huge deal to me in the 90s. Difficult as fuck, though. Yeah, we've talked about them. There's a Trek Yards Top 10 where we talk about our favorite old Star Trek games. We've done a live as well, or a podcast, talking about our favorite Star Trek video games. And actually, we were on a episode of a good friend of mine, Chris Pico. He's got a YouTube channel called The Old Ass Retro Gamer. Both Samuel and myself joined him for a live, or not a live, just for a video talking about Star Trek games. Actually, I will just do a quick search right now for it for you guys. And share you the link. So just bear with me for a second, guys. Old Ass Retro Gamer. I suggest you go watch his videos and subscribe to him. He's a fantastic guy, good friend, and please, he does some great work. So please go subscribe to him. Star Trek games. Yep, there we are, featuring Trek Yards. Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so now playing, there you go. Share. So here's the link to the Old Ass Retro Gamers Star Trek video games featuring Trek Yards. I will share it in the chat here. There it is. Go check it out, and please subscribe to him. His name is Chris Pico. He joins us here on these lives occasionally. Good guy, and please go watch his stuff. Please subscribe. He does some fantastic work, and I really love watching his videos. So Evening, Fleet Paw. How's it going? Enjoy watching your Star Trek VR gaming nights, Captain. Thank you, Zachary. I was considering doing that tonight, but I've done it a lot this week. I want to take a little bit of a break. So, I mean, there's that. So, yeah. This just looks so great in person. It's got like a nice red glow from those upper pads, and then the lower ones all glow. It looks great actually. So Hallmark really did a good job with that. Any ketchup chips tonight? No, but it's funny you mentioned that because I was actually at the store earlier today thinking I haven't had ketchup chips in a while. Um, Considered picking some up. I had all dressed the other night, so I mean that's another Canadian delicacy. So, all right, guys. So that's the review. Not really a review, but like an unboxing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't believe I broke this one. It's really bumming me out, actually. Gotta get in there with a Q-tip and dust it. But there's some feet on the pads. They didn't materialize correctly. Their bodies are down on the planet. So yeah, interestingly enough, the small one has Kirk, Scotty, and Spock, and the big one has Spock, Kirk, and McCoy. So all dressed are great. I like them. Well, you should because they're fantastic. Yeah, I really like that. Damn you. Well, Jeff, good luck finding them. I don't know if they're. I know they sold out pretty quick. I always get them reserved every year. They always put these away for me, and this actually came in about a week before my mom passed away, and I was meaning to go get it, but I was so busy with stuff. And then my mom passed away, and we had the funeral. And then right after the funeral, I had to go to the UK. So they called me and said, "Are you still interested in this? We have it on hold." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm in the UK right now. Can you hold off another week, and I'll come and pick it up when I can?" Not that I could really afford it because of the trip, but anyway, they held it for me. So I went in and got it. So if you can get one, please do. Um, Thanks for the unboxing. I hope some crazy glue. Oh, crazy glue fixes no problem. I've already fixed it. It broke a few years ago, like I said, um, and that's why it broke so easily this time. It's my bad. I was just clumsy with my big, thick sausage fingers. Just I was holding it and it slipped, and I snapped them both off just now. So it's only because they've been repaired before. But yeah, it'll be easily fixed. I'm not too concerned about that at all. Just kind of annoyed. And it's a good thing that I'm a model maker because if something breaks, I have no real issue fixing it. So, um, Jeff says he can wait. There you go. It's a transporter accident from TMP. Donnie Pearson says also, may the best team win tomorrow at this year's MLS Cup. Go Sounders. I don't know what any of that means. So, yay, sports ball. Or whatever. Gorilla Glue should fix that ornament, Captain. Actually, it's called, what's it called now? Oh my god. Ugh. Why can't I think? Anyway, it's like super glue, but it's can't remember. But I got a setting spray, so you put a dot on each little foot. You set them in, you get them standing like you want them, hold them, squirt it with the spray, and it like hardens right away. Perfect for model building, and it has repaired this in the past, so I'm not too concerned about that. But it will show up at some point, and it will be mine, says Jeff. Go TFC. Transformers Con? What? Was Janice Rand at Transporter? Yeah, probably. Is the official air date for Picard announced yet? Yes. Where is it? I think it's February or March. Picard air dates. January 23rd. January 23rd, 2020 is when it starts. So there you go. You know, Google's your friend, guys. Just saying. Yeah, Donnie, it isn't sports channel unless we want to talk about Cisco being a baseball fan. That being said, it's not a gaming channel either, but I like to play games here. Like I said, I want to move all that gaming stuff, unless it's Star Trek related or sci-fi related, to the Captain Foley Personal channel. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to the Captain Foley Personal channel. Just type in Captain Foley Personal on YouTube and you'll find me. You'll see a little picture of me. Just make sure you click it, subscribe, and there's other content over there that's not Star Trek or science fiction related. That being said, I am going to be getting Jedi Fallen Order. It comes out November 15th. I have it pre-ordered, and I will be playing that. My first playthrough will be live on here for you guys to watch, follow along with me. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out. Fleet Pass Whip puts in $1.99 for Foley's ornament fixing skills. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Mr. Captain 93 says, I forgot that Star Wars Episode 9 is a month away until today when I saw a trailer at the movies. Great job, Last Jedi and Disney. Maximum says, my JJ Prize Hallmark Enterprise broke. I'm sad but not surprised. Weak and poorly designed. What, the ornament was poorly designed, or the Enterprise? Because the JJ Enterprise was poorly designed. I agree. They're fixable. You just gotta. Like, that's why I'm glad I'm a model maker. If something breaks, I have no real issue fixing it. I got 15,000 kinds of glue downstairs, and clamps and everything. So I've always got something that I can use to fix things with. So Jeff Jacob says, I know because it's right near my birthday. I don't know what you're talking. Oh, because Picard. Okay. Zachary Gibbons, not surprised the JJ Prize broke. LOL. Yeah, mine broke because I kicked it off the second floor window, and then jumped on it when I went downstairs to retrieve it. So that's why mine broke. There's the Captain Foley personal channel right there. Jeff threw in a link. Thank you very much. The game comes 3 days before my birthday. DGR Blue. All right, cool. So your birthday is the 18th of November. It took me a second there. So happy birthday early in advance in case I forget, because I will forget. I forget everybody's birthday, except for my own. But that's because I'm a greedy fuck. The lightning broke. Oh, the lighting broke. Gotcha. Oh, ugh. That sucks. Sure the batteries aren't just dead? Because they take watch batteries. Unless it's one of the ones that plugs into the ornament strand, in which case that should be pretty easy to fix. I would just change the watch batteries in it. Curtis is here. Hi Curtis. How's it going? Hi, Captain. Sorry I'm late. I didn't get the memo. That's okay. You missed a cool unboxing. I unboxed this bad boy, the Hallmark Transporter desktop ornament, or tabletop ornament. Let's go back and watch it afterwards. Mr. Captain 93, can the saucer section of one ship attach to the star drive of another ship? I would assume so, given that they're the same ship design. I don't see why not. There's a lot of speculation that a Nebula class ship can actually detach its saucer and go and retrieve the saucer of a Galaxy class. If they had the saucer separate and something happened to the star drive section of the Galaxy class, that Nebula classes could actually go and rescue saucer sections of Galaxy class ships and vice versa. So yeah, I don't see why not. Fleet Pass Whipback, were you trying to make it go to warp, Captain? Which? Oh, the JJ Enterprise that I threw at the second story window because it's a piece of shit JJ Enterprise? Yeah, I didn't actually do that because I would never do that, even if I do have a few JJ Enterprises. But yeah. I forgot mine last year. DGR Blue forgot his birthday. Wow. So, alright guys, I don't know what else to talk about. Lots of cool stuff coming up. Picard's coming up. Last Jedi, or The Rise of Skywalker, whatever the hell it's called. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Let me know. Actually, tonight, Sylvia and myself watched Thor Ragnarok again, and I gotta say, man, Thor Ragnarok is probably the best MCU movie ever. Fight me, fight me. I love that movie. It's got the perfect mix of humor and action. Um, and I'm not a fan of the Thor movies. The first Thor movie was is all right, not super great. Second one was boring for me. I think I've only watched it once. Need to rewatch it probably, but Ragnarok is fantastic. So, oh yeah, The Mandalorian is out on Tuesday as well. Oh yeah, that's right. We got a short trek also this week. Actually, I think there's 2 episodes of The Mandalorian this week and the short trek. So we're gonna be busy again this week with lives. Jeff, just giving you a heads up. Uh, Fleetpaw Shipback says that would make sense to me, seeing the saucer sections aren't warp capable. That's right. DJR Blue, luckily my kids remembered for me. Well, there you go. That's what kids are good for. Although I keep forgetting my dad and my mom's birthdays. They're on the calendar on my phone, so they alert me like a day or so before, but still. I can never remember if my dad's is April 14th or April 12th. I think it's April 14th. Same day that the Titanic sank, which I think was the 14th. But then I think the Titanic sunk in 1914 or 1912. I always get them mixed up. The 12 and the 14. Can't remember. Next short trek is coming soon. Yes. Avengers Endgame is the best. Fight me. No, Avengers Endgame is fantastic. But I really there's a lot of say a lot of dark elements in that. There's not really. I just think Ragnarok's just a fun ride, and it ends on such a hopeful note, and then all of a sudden, Avengers Infinity War starts, and everybody that ended up on the ship at the end of Ragnarok gets killed, pretty much. So it's such a downer after such a great movie. But Titanic sank April 15th, 1912. It's because it hit an iceberg late at night, so I think it's actually the 14th when it started to sink. So I think my dad's birthday is April 14th. And yeah, 1912. I keep thinking it happened in 1914. It's just, and I'm a big Titanic fan too. It's just my dyslexia and stuff that messes with my memories of dates. Is there any Sherlock Holmes games, Captain? Actually, there's quite a few. Um, I have some computer Sherlock Holmes games downstairs. There's one for the the Xbox that I have as well. Um, Sherlock Holmes games are kind of hit and miss, though. None have really been done spectacularly well. They need a VR Sherlock Holmes game. I would be all over that. All over that. Yeah, the 14th into the 15th. Yeah. So they struck the iceberg on the 14th. So they essentially, for me, they sank on the 14th. They finished sinking on the 15th, you know. So I think they struck the iceberg at 11 o'clock at night, 11:30, something like that. So Falcon and Winter Soldier will be first MCU on Disney Plus, I think. I'm not looking forward to the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think that's kind of stupid. Just because he got handed a shield doesn't make him Captain America. He doesn't have the super soldier serum. He's just got a stupid wing thing. I think it's kind of stupid, personally. But, you know, what do I know? Would you rather... broken half and sank at 2:20 a.m., so definitely hit it on the 14th, yes. Would you rather serve on the Enterprise 1701 circa Star Trek 2 or the Enterprise A circa Star Trek 6? Are you talking as a captain or as like just a crewman? I mean, you see the corridors in Star Trek 6 and they're very, very small. And there's like a bunk system. I'm sure there would be also for the Star Trek 2 Enterprise. I love them both equally. That's really tough. The Star Trek 2 one is such a classic, cool bridge design, but the Star Trek 6 one is so sleek looking. It's so good. Um, That's really tough. I don't know if I can answer that. I'm still waiting for a mobile Orville game. Yeah, I'm sure there will be one. Just be patient. DGR Blue says there is a cool looking Doctor Who VR game coming. It looks pretty good. Well, it's Doctor Who though. I'm not that into Doctor Who. I don't think I'll care. So, I missed your Titanic game. Yeah, I explored the wreck in the Titanic VR. I still have to do another VR session for that, where it's the night of the sinking, and you're one of the people that gets in. I think it's lifeboat number 12. So you're on deck, you get in the lifeboat, you can see it lower down, you see it as you row away from the ship, you see the Titanic sinking, and you hear the crash as it um, well, first the lights flicker off and it gets totally dark out. It's scary as hell. You got like a lantern in the boat. That's about it. You hear kids crying. There's a little puppy in the boat, and it's actually all true stories of what went on in that boat. It's actually very disturbing. And you see like the lights go out, and then you hear the ship crack, and then smash down, and then like sink really quick. It's actually pretty terrifying. But I still have to do the VR experience of that live for you guys. But yeah, I did explore the wreck. You can go back and watch those actually. Just go type in Titanic VR Trek Yards and check it out. So, TARDIS Tartar 6 seems fine. Star Trek 6, I think. What are your thoughts on the Outer Worlds game? I honestly just heard about it the other day. Apparently, it's like Skyrim, but in outer space. Doesn't interest me. I'm not a big fan of just generic sci-fi shit. I'm very much a Star Trek elitist. Star Trek and Star Wars. Um, that being said, it could be fun. I have a friend that's she's gonna get it and let me know how it is. But yeah, not really interested. One is actually the Yorktown, so I don't know. Jeff, shut up. 6 for me. Mark Lawrence says I've got the Sherlock Holmes PC game that came out about a decade ago with the Watson bug. When he's on camera, he doesn't move, but will instantly be behind you. Yes, yes, I've seen this. I think I have that one too. I forget what it's called. I got a few Sherlock Holmes games downstairs, but I have to go down and take a look at them to tell you the titles. I don't recall them offhand. Um, but you're absolutely right. It's creepy as hell. Like you'll see him there, he'll be standing there, you'll be doing your thing. I'll sing "Turn Away" here. He's off screen, and turn around. He's like right behind you. It's terrifying. Bridge crew tonight. I'm binging. Help me out. I don't think I want to do bridge crew tonight. Sorry. I'm thinking on getting that model kit of the Titanic. You should. I've built a Titanic model. I had all the rigging and stuff too, but the forward mast broke on me, so now the rigging is loose. It's downstairs. I could fix it. I should, but Austin's gonna join soon. Well, I'm not going in. I'm not playing Star Trek VR tonight. Sorry. Jeff says the Titanic has always fascinated me, as me as well. Way before the movie came out. So, actually, my daughter, when we were in Las Vegas, Sylvie and I, we went to the Titanic exhibit, and that's, if you haven't been to that, go to that. It's fantastic. You see things that they brought up from the wreck. It's a big portion of the hull of the ship. And actually bought Cassie, because Cassie is a huge Titanic fan as well. Cassie's my daughter, in case you guys don't know. I bought her a piece of coal that they brought up from the Titanic. So actual piece of the wreck, essentially. So is that the link to me exploring the Titanic, Jeff? Thank you, sir. You're amazing. And guys, like I said, go check out Old Ass Retro Gamer and watch his featuring Trek Yards with Samuel and me on there talking about Star Trek games. Go watch it and go subscribe to his channel. I've also been on there separately a few times. Once for Transformers games, another time for, he also has this show called The Movie's Starting with him and his friend, and they always have a guest on. The guest gets to pick the movie. I've been on there twice for that. Once for Transformers the movie, and once for the Final Countdown. I got to pick both those movies, and we watched them live, and then recorded our reactions to them. So, DJR Blue says the consoles on the bridge of stations on Bridge 6 were my favorite of the movies. What's my thoughts on sailing ships? Meh. All right. Not really into that. I'm getting the one that light up on the Titanic model. That's cool. My wife worked for Bob Ballard at Woods Hole as a teen. Cool, cool. He's the one that found the Titanic, in case you guys are wondering. It's the right side, Mr. Captain. Consoles are bright on Next Generation Enterprise. Yes. So, as far as bridges go, I would love to see more of them for Star Trek VR, Bridge Crew. Hopefully, they do a Bridge Crew 2. Uh, the the playability of that game, when you first get it, if you don't have VR, is shit. You're like, this game is fucking awful. But once you get VR and actually learn how to play the game and play with people that are competent at their stations, it becomes so fun. Just the exterior views when you go to Impulse and go to Warp and you're in a battle, there's just so much cool stuff about that. So they have a great game engine in there. All they need to do is update it with DLCs, add more bridges, add more ships, or come out with a Bridge Crew 2, which improves things a little bit. I think that'd be fantastic. So, Mr. Captain I3, did Samuel let you drive his car? If so, how was driving on the wrong side? Samuel doesn't drive, so he doesn't have a car. I rented a car in the UK, and driving on the wrong side of the road was fucking atrocious. Not only is it the wrong side of the road, but the British are the most awful drivers I've ever experienced in my life. It's very much an offensive driving attitude as opposed to defensive driving like it is here. I hated it. But that being said, I've done it, and I can say that I've done it. So, there you go. Really, they still use miles over there for distance, unlike Canada. I know they use metric system for temperature and stuff, but they use miles still, which is makes no sense at all. Anyway, whatever. Curtis would love to see Voyager on that game. I would too. That'd be very cool. The Defiant Bridge with holograms would be cool. The Canadians still use French too, so backwards. I don't use fucking French. Don't tell me I use French. We're just a bilingual country, so everything is in, well, anything like packaging wise is in both English and French. English first, French second, depending on where you are. If you're in Quebec, then it's the opposite. But stop signs in Quebec are all French, so they all say arrête, but they're a stop sign shape, so you don't need. And here they just say stop. So our signs aren't. Our signs are visually, hey, that's what it is. So you don't need both on there, but we are a bilingual country, and I do not speak French to save my life. I refuse to. Have you ever driven in New York? I bet they give the Brits a run for their money. I have not driven in New York, no desire to. It's probably exactly like Toronto, and Toronto is friggin' atrocious. I've driven in Toronto multiple times, and I hate it. But at least there are intersections. In Britain, everything is a goddamn roundabout, and the roundabouts, unlike the roundabouts here, the roundabouts there make no fucking sense. Some of them have stop signs to get onto them, and then it's just kind of like you just aim your car where you need to go. There are lanes, but nobody seems to use them. So at least here, the roundabouts make a lot more sense, and they're very much more controlled. They're just a free for all, and they're atrocious, and they're everywhere. They're every 5 fucking feet. There's another roundabout. So a roundabout. Sorry, I should say roundabout because I'm Canadian. Woohoo, Captain. I don't know what that's for, but thank you. Yeah, I drove there for a week, and it was a stick shift. The 9 exit rotaries were a joke. My daughter had to help me count. Yeah, if I had somebody with me, they were counting, or I was following somebody, or if I was by myself, I had to count, like, third thing, because Yeah, but I did not get a standard. I love driving standard. I have a 6-speed cruise. I love manual transmissions. It's the way to drive. But when I went over there, because of my muscle memory, I did not want a standard, so I got an automatic. And even just putting it from drive to park just did not feel right. Fiddling with the radio controls was all wrong on that side. I just wasn't used to it. It's just, no, 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 no. Brits still holding on to their imperial weights and measures. Yes. Didn't you like the countdown traffic lights? I wish we had that. I did not like them. I thought they were stupid. It's okay. Even people in Quebec who can speak English don't let them have their way. Yeah. Joe Diaz puts in $5. Thank you very much, Joe. That's very much appreciated. Super chats are great. They really help us out. So thank you so much. Hey Captain, hello from San Diego. When will you be down here? The holiday season isn't the holiday season without your Christmas build-up videos. I know. I just have no desire, none whatsoever, to set up anything Christmas this year. Last year was the same way. This year, I don't want to do it. Usually the weekend after Remembrance Day, so the upcoming weekend will be the one. This year I might put it off. I just don't feel like doing it. I'm just not in the. Got to dig out the tree and get all the ornaments out. It's just a pain in the ass. Got to move stuff down in the basement. I hate it. I hate it. That being said, once it's up, I love it. And then taking it down, I hate it. And then once it's down, it's like, it's down for another year. So it's got its good moments and its bad moments. I will be doing some videos probably, but as you notice, the videos from me, the Captain's Logs, and the Eagle Moss have really been slim lately. I just have not had the desire or the time or the will to live to make videos. So I apologize. Curtis, I can see people in the UK when they see the Captain drive on the wrong side of the street and say tourist. Yeah, I turned onto the wrong side of the street twice. Luckily, there was nobody coming. Fleet Pacific, Toronto wasn't nearly as bad as New York, in my opinion. The traffic jam was the worst thing. 50 kilometers outside of Toronto, the traffic was backed up. If you get downtown Toronto, it's pretty bad. I know that New York could be worse, obviously. That's why when you go downtown New York, there's all taxis because nobody wants to drive there. So, yeah, I'd totally buy that. Stick is a pain. I learned to drive stick shift from the passenger seat, so it was easy for me. Yeah, see, I didn't. That would not work for me. My son is in San Diego, and I was just there. Thanks so much, man. San Diego. I do want to get to San Diego Comic-Con. That might happen this year, like this upcoming year, or the year after. One of our Trek Yards admins, Jason Vinek, he is a good friend of mine, and he lives in the area. He says I have a place to stay if I go. So it might be something that happens, but with Star Trek Las Vegas right after it, like literally a week or two after it, we might combine trips. I do want to go to San Diego Comic-Con at some point, but I hear it's very commercialized. It's just waiting in line now for exclusives and stuff. And it's got so busy, and I hate crowds, I hate people, I hate busy. That being said, I do want to go. I will get to San Diego at some point. Samuel and myself are probably doing a trip to LA, like California, early next year. There's a few things we have planned for that, which we'll tell you about later. But so I'll be in the area. I'll have to let you know. Just keep an eye out for our updates and live videos. We'll talk about that and stuff like that. So it's the best answer I have for you. Well, if you're down in San Diego by your first round, well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Although my buddy Jason will beat you to it, but thank you. I appreciate that. Funny how many people say they'll buy me drinks, and then I go somewhere and I never get drinks bought for me. That being said, some people did buy me drinks actually in Birmingham, so I should just shut up about that. Stick is awesome. I hate driving anything else. Flappy paddles, regular automatic, slap shift, yuck. Yeah. Stick is amazing. That being said, I have driven a Lamborghini Aventador, and it's a clutchless shift with the paddles. My God, that's responsive, and that's nice. I didn't think I would like it, but the fact that it's clutchless and it's just boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's so sweet. So I do prefer a gated shift though. Um, Something like in the Diablo. The Diablo was the last Lamborghini to really have a gated shift. But the Aventador is fun to drive. So is, it's just standard. Standards are fun to drive as well. Um, but paddle shifting is not as bad as you think once you actually try it, especially in a car like that. It's very responsive, very fun, very fast. So don't knock it till you try it. And I've tried it, and damn, I like it. So, good morning, fellow trekkers. Good morning, Avenue Pad. Cinnabon Bunny, hello. Ever think of going? Uh, Ever think of going to the disco shoots in Toronto? Since they started, yes, but it's like Fort Knox to get in there. You need CAA clearance. You need a whole bunch of other shit to get on the sets. As I found out when I spoke to Denise Crosby at London Comic Con, um, they're very secretive about that kind of thing. I would love to get on there. You got to sign NDAs. You got to do a whole bunch of shit if you go on there. So I don't know. We'll see. I got to get somebody on the inside that can get us in there. That'd be awesome. Hey man, if you come to Halifax, I'll definitely buy you a drink. LOL. Hey, I'll take you up on that, even though I don't know your real name, Avenue Pad. If you ever meet me, by all means, please feel free to buy me a drink. Any of you. I love hanging out with just chatting with people. So, Maximum says stick makes you pay attention, keeps you busy, but the new autos and paddles are arguably better. Yes. Yeah, if you want your kids to never text and drive, make them learn how to drive stick. Absolutely. Morning. It's not even midnight here. Well, it's midnight here now, I think. Yeah, it's 12:28. So, have you ever driven a sequential manual? I want to, but haven't found one. I have not. No. Standard shift definitely makes you pay attention to your driving. You always know how fast you're driving. Yes. Oh, there's the odd time though where I forget that I'm driving a stick. It doesn't happen very often, but it's usually after I've driven Sylvia's car for a while or the Camaro. The Camaro is a 3-speed automatic, but it's got one of the Hirsch slap shifters in it, so I can easily just slam it down to gear it down into second, and then slap it right back up to go into third, which is very responsive and very great. But yeah, this Camaro is only a 3-speed automatic, so it's not. I mean, it's great on the highway. It sounds like it sounds really good on the highway. It wants to shift. It wants one more gear at least, which would help me a ton on gas mileage. But I don't drive it on the highway very often, like the 401 or whatever. So it's fine. It's fine. I just love driving in general. So. Standard shift is just like Scotty says to Picard. I could tell you how fast the ship is going, but yeah, how the floorboards vibrate. Yes. How that you're an expert when you can shift with your elbows and steer with your knee, and also shift without using the clutch. There's like a sweet spot apparently between gears where you can shift without using the clutch if you do it right. I've never once even tried to do that because I don't want to fuck my car up. But it's funny how I learned how to drive stick. My grandmother, when I was younger, bought me a Sonoma pickup truck, and it was at the dealership in New Hamburg, which was about a 20-minute drive from my house. So when I picked up the truck, that's when I found out it was standard. I didn't know how to drive standard. They gave me a quick rundown. That means go around the parking lot like once or twice. And trust me, by the time I got home to my parents' place, which was, like I said, about 20 minutes away, I knew how to drive stick. Not very well, but I knew well enough. And then it just went from there. And now it's just like riding a bike. You'll never forget. Although every car is different, it takes you a few minutes to get used to each new assembly. So, Captain 93 says you put your car put away for the winter. Yes, it is. It is in storage. Put it in storage 3 or 4 days ago, right before our first snowfall. And I'm glad I did because usually they don't salt the roads right away. This year they did. Right after the second snowfall, the roads are just covered in salt, and I put it away the night before in storage. So didn't get any salt on the car. It's never once been winter driven or had salt on it. That's why the body's in such good shape. So thank fucking God for that. It is away. It is in storage. It is safe. I love my baby. I miss my baby, but it's literally a 5 minute drive from my house. It's in a nice storage unit. It's nice and dry. Um, it'll be taken care of for the winter. So yes, most sequential gearboxes are in racing. I don't even really know what a sequential gear shifter is. So drive stick in snow, or would you pass? I drive my Cruise in the winter all the time. My Cruise is my daily driver. I've had it for 5 years now. I drive it in the winter. I prefer it almost. There's certain situations where driving a stick just sucks. Usually traffic, on a hill, obviously, stupid shit like that. But it's what you sign up for. As for the snow, I find it sometimes easier to drive the stick in the snow. So yeah, absolutely. Yes, you can float the gears. Sweet spot is between 1500 and 2500 revs, depending on your transmission. Yeah, I've never once tried it though. I would like to, but I tried the stick and I didn't do so good on it, so I stay with my automatic, but I did try it. Yeah, at least try it, man. Good job, Curtis. I prefer stick shift in the snow as long as I have all-wheel drive. My 5-speed Honda Element was the best. Yes. Stick in snow is the way to go. It rhymes. More control, and you don't have a computer trying to upshift or downshift. Super Coops. Hey, morning, Captain. Hey, Super Coops. I'm at Super Coops in Birmingham. Good guy. Good guy. I can put a face to the name now. Yeah. So how's it going? Um, Stick in snow is the best. Honestly, it's better in the snow. Yes. I had a 74 Firebird in high school. Always wanted a Camaro like yours. A 3-speed geek. I love the name. My Camaro's a 3-speed, so there you go. Thank you, though. Firebirds are all right. Yeah, even though the Firebird and Trans Am is essentially the same fucking car as a Camaro. It's all the same body. It's the same frame. The only thing that's different is the tail lights, the headlights, the interior, one or two other small things. But yeah, I find the Camaros are a much nicer looking car than even the Trans Ams. But I'm just biased. When I first started driving when I was 16, my dad had a '79 Camaro. It didn't. It was just a standard Camaro. Well, it was an automatic, but it was just a regular baseline Camaro. Didn't even have a tail fin or the little scoop thing. Um, was a V8 though, and I hated it. I thought it was an ugly piece of shit. I did not like it. Then guess what? That's the only car I was available for me to drive. So once you start driving a car, you start to learn to appreciation for it. When I was driving it to high school, all of a sudden I liked it. It's a sports car, Camaro, fine, cool, yeah, yeah. It started to grow on me. So 2 years later, when I was 18 and got my first car, what did I buy? '79 Camaro. My dad's was a light blue, mine was a dark blue, and well, you've seen my car, dark blue, but mine was a little sportier. Obviously, it had been upgraded and stuff, and yeah, I mean, I used to hate Camaros with a passion. I thought they were ugly. Then I had to drive one. It's funny how your views will change, but now I have a real appreciation for them. So, hey Captain, are you a fan of Trailer Park Boys? Just discovered them last year and binged everything up until the cartoon on Netflix. I am a casual fan. Love Bubbles, but I haven't watched all of them at all, like even close to. If it's on, sometimes I'll watch it, but I know the basics of it. Um, but yeah, I'm a fan of it. I would say just a very casual fan. Avenue Pad. I've been snowed in parking spot and the stick got me out. Yeah. Oh, my back is killing me. Ever drive 3 on the tree Foley? No, I have not. No. The Camaro has grown on me a lot over the last few years. It's kind of like you and the Excelsior. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Although the Excelsior is not far from my favorite Starship. The Camaro is one of my favorite cars. So similar, but not quite. I mean, the Excelsior's got past the stage of me not liking it. or me hating it for sure, me not liking it. It's got over that bump, but it's still not at that I really appreciate it vibe. It's kind of like at it's all right. It's all right. I can see why people like it. It's getting there. Give it time. Um, are you ever going to do a retro '80s show again? Just talking about '80s stuff? Absolutely. I think that'd be a fantastic idea. Just got to find time to do these ideas. Samuel doesn't like these kind of shows where I just hang out because they have no rewatchability, he thinks. And nobody super chats and it doesn't get a focused audience. We've only had 30 people this whole time for this one. It's not like we get the numbers like we get with our lives where we have a topic and whatever. But I just like hanging out. I just love answering your questions. It's kind of like a live Q&A. So I have no issues with them, but he is kind of right a little bit. They have no real watchability. This one will because I have the unboxing attached to it. So yeah, and this one really hasn't yielded a lot of super chats, but these late ones rarely do. So I get his point, but at the same time, I just love hanging out and chat with you guys. So I played with a couple bands with some of the guys from the TPB. Don't know what that is. I would have preferred your car. Oh, Jeff, you traitorous bastard. 3 on the Tree sucks. Really, I watched the first episode and I was hooked. I even started finding their filming locations on Google Earth. Wasn't into the cartoon though. Did you have a model kit of the Camaro? The Camaro? Camaro, Curtis. It's Camaro, no E in Camaro. And yes, I do have a model kit of a '79 Camaro, but it's a Z28, so it's got the hood scoop, and I have it painted the same as my car. I could send you some pictures if you wanted of the model I did. It doesn't have the headlight covers. Didn't customize it really to look much like my car. It's got the same license plate. It's got the same color. I did a few things, but it's got the side vents on it, the Z28 side vents on the side, the quarter panel, and it's also got the Z28 hood, which I absolutely hate. So now that I'm more into model building, I should probably build one, but I absolutely despise car models. They never go together properly for me. I spend all this time detailing the engine and detailing the dashboard, and then you attach the engine that's all detailed to the frame, and you're like, yeah, baby. And then you put the dashboard in the interior, and you're like, yeah, baby. And then you try to put the body of the car onto the frame, and it never fucking fits properly. So you gotta do janky shit to it and get glue everywhere, and things start twisting and popping and breaking, and it just never goes together properly. I hate car models. I swore the last one I built was it was a Lamborghini Countach, was going to be my last one. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll do another one, but I doubt it. Never been able to find a 3 on the Tree. I want to drive one though. It definitely looks fun. It does not look fun. It looks absolutely atrocious. Learned standard on the Nova 2 with the 3 on the Tree. Awful. Nova 2, I bet it was awful. I thought it was just me and car models. No, car models are... That being said, depends on the model company. Some are absolutely fantastic and go together like a dream, but those are very few and far between, and they're also super expensive. But the cheaper car models rarely go together without a lot of tweaking. And I'm a member of the IPMS model group here in London, which is International Plastic Model Builders Society. And there's one guy in there that builds cars all the time, and it's never any fancy cars, nothing exotic, nothing like that. It's always like Ford Pintos or Yugos or shit like that. Cars that he just likes building cars that are regular, everyday, normal, or piece of shit cars. And he tells you at the model meetings, he tells you different techniques for how to fix certain things on certain model kits, and how some model kits from certain years, from certain companies, have such issues with them, and what to look for, how to fix it, all that shit. But I just don't care. I don't pay attention because I hate car models. So, but yeah, I do need to get a nice custom model of my car made. Absolutely, I do. Cat, my first car was a 1984 Ford Fiesta. It was a real piece of shit, but I loved it because it was mine. A Camaro would have been heaven compared to it. Yeah, I was lucky to have a Camaro as my first car, and I still have it. So, got my Camaro back in 1992 when I was 18, and I still have it. It's a 79 Camaro, so it's 40 years old now. I'm 45. I'm 5 years older than my car. Me and her, I'm like the third owner, so third time's a charm for the car. I know the history of the car. It's never been winter driven. It was originally bought by a woman in Toronto from a car dealership, Chevy dealership. It was built in Ohio. She owned it for 3 years. Got in an accident with it. Um, Smooshed up the front quarter panel on the passenger side. Um, Sold it. It got fixed by the guy that owned it before me, and he did a lot of modifications to it. He put a new engine in it, new exhaust, had a stupid air suspension thing in the back, so it had like a little thing in the trunk, like a tire valve. You take it off, you can jack up the back end, and I removed all that shit. But I'm the third owner of the car, and I know the car's history very well. So, and yeah, it's never once been winter driven. So there you go. Mine was 1982 Chevy S10 Super Coupes. Yours was far superior. Yeah. Well, I had two cars because I bought the Camaro and didn't want to winter drive it. So my grandma, like I said, bought me a GMC Sonoma pickup truck, a brand new one. I was lucky. And yeah, since then I've had different cars, but always had the Camaro, even if I didn't drive it. I actually went for 20 years without driving it because I had kids and I couldn't afford it, and it actually broke down, and I needed to do some work on it. So I stored it at my friend's place, and then he passed away, and it sat in his storage shed, which is like a barn, for literally 18 years. Because I got it back on the road last year. And when I went to get the plate sticker renewed, the last plate sticker that was on it was the year 2000. So it was sitting in that barn for 18 years. And didn't take much to get it up and running. Really lucky that way. But yeah, I've had, Sonoma pickup truck. My brother borrowed it, and I had to drive his fucking son. What was it? My mom had a Shadow, but the other version of that was the. Why can't I think of it right now? Oh my god. Shadow and these. Whatever. Anyway, the other version of the Shadow. Drove that. Then my brother smashed up my truck, and so I was stuck with the Sundance. That's it, the Sundance, for a few years. Then I went up to a Dodge. Why can't I think of my cars right now? Stratus, Dodge Stratus. Had that for a few years. Then went to the Caravan, Dodge Caravan, because of the kids, and he's touching me because they're getting bigger, fuckers. So I had to drive a minivan for a few years, and then once the minivan died, then I bought the Cruise. And I think my next car is going to be a Nissan Maxima because I really love the Maximas. The new Maximas are sweet. So that's kind of my car history. And the Camaro's always kind of been there. So Awasa Plains and Tamaya tank models are the ones I like. Cool. Thanks for the info on the car models. Oops. Oh, shit. I just lost that super chat. Thanks for the info on the car models. I was thinking of doing one of them, Captain. Well, do it. I mean, don't be discouraged from what I say. I've always had bad experiences with them fitting together at the final stage. No, don't pass on it. Don't pass on it, Curtis. Give it a shot. Give it a try. See what you think. Countach is a terrible car to drive, but amazing on the poster. Yeah, I haven't driven a Countach, but I know that it's like driving a washing machine, I've been told. Very uncomfortable. Seats feel like church pews. There's no rear window to actually back it up. You have to open the door, put your foot on the door well, slide over, and look over your shoulder as you back it out up. Plus, the visibility on the inside is just awful from every direction. The window is a split window, so only half of it goes down. So it's just awful, but beautiful car. Remember Crystal Pepsi? It was terrible. Why are we talking about Crystal Pepsi and Zima now? What's wrong with you people? Born in '78, my favorite truck is a '78 Ford Bronco. I gotta have one. Pepsi Zero, Crystal Pepsi was sold here last year. Oh, hi, Cat. Oh, hi, Mark. Air shocks were a thing back then. Good thing taking them out. Yeah, that was just awful. He did a lot of work to that car that I undid to get it. And that, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have undid all of it because he put a blue block, I think a 350 or something, blue block from a Trans Am in the Camaro, which was a little bit more powerful. But he also had the Trans Am exhaust tips, the stupid dual ones that point down, which looked fucking awful. So I spent a lot of money on that car and had the new engine rebuilt. I had the pistons bored out. And I got a 350 small block, which is what the Chevy Camaro is supposed to have in it. 350 small block, which is the orange block, not the blue block. Put back in it, straight pipe exhaust put on it, and got it back up to what it should be for a Camaro. Um, that being said, I probably should have kept the blue block, but I was doing a thing. Don't forget to like. I know we can get to 50. It's not the same 35 people. You can do it. Come on, guys. Let's get to. Everybody hit like. Make sure you've hit the like button, please. LOL. Hi, Cat. Only car I ever owned is a die-cast Camaro Bumblebee. LOL. No, not the Reliant. I was thinking of the Sundance. I can't even imagine. Because I remembered Scottish Trekkie never owned a car. Avenue Pad puts in $5 Canadian. Thank you very much, Avenue Pad. Much appreciated. I wanted to give a donation. I went back to school back in April, and I'm almost done. I told myself I will be a Patreon when I get a full-time job. LOL. Well, appreciate that, and just keep the Patreon idea because we are going to be updating the Patreon scheme soon, so you're going to be getting some really cool perks depending on what level you're at. So I love my minivan for years. I did too. I had the Dodge Caravan SXT, which was the 6-cylinder. And it was great. It was fast. It was good. The engine was bulletproof. It had 200,000 kilometers on it, but then the body started to rust. It was the shitty batch of metal for that year or whatever. The hood and the side doors just rotted, and so I had to get rid of it because the body went to shit. The engine could have gone another 200, 500,000 kilometers. I don't know. Could have gone forever. That engine was awesome, but yeah. Fully driving a minivan, LL. Did you stick the cells to it? No, I did not. I did not. I've been driving for 40 years, so many cars. Well, I've been driving for a long time too, Jeffrey. Poll, domestic or import, depends on the application. Yeah. Thanks so much for your kind words and generous donation. Yes, import, domestics have too many problems for me. I can see you driving a DeLorean. I would love a DeLorean. My good friend Nick Copey is actually a huge DeLorean fan, and another friend of mine knows somebody that has a DeLorean. I would love a DeLorean. I think it'd be great. Crystal Pepsi, haha, you can still buy it once in a while. Why are we talking about Crystal Pepsi? Pepsi is awful. Coke is the way to go. I'm thinking of trying to do a kit model car. I have done a Knight Rider model when I was younger, like was I in public school or high school? I think it was in public school because in public school we had electives like bowling and all this shit, and also model making. Model making was one of our electives, and I took model making a few years, and I did have a kit model. I do have a talking kit car now, just a small one, but it's a die-cast bought one. Hollywood Rides, I think it is. But yeah. Already hit the lake. Thank you, Curtis. I wish I could drive Captain Foley. LOL. Driving's awesome. You can still buy new DeLoreans. The car is 40 years old, made with original parts. That's cool. Did you see C's Henry Reliant video where he says that Reliant is actually bigger than the Constitution? My only issue with that analysis is that much of the volume is in the shuttle bay space. Yes, I did see that, and I kind of agree. Plus, he also didn't take into account that he was including the struts and the nacelles in that equation as well, which there's no habitable room. So yeah, he should have taken those off when he did the calculations. But yeah, we shared that video on Trek Yards actually, because it's a great video. Star Trek question that's always bothered me. In Trek 2, where did the planet come from when Genesis exploded? According to the video by Dr. Marcus, needed a planet to terraform. That bothered me too, but apparently there was enough matter within the Matari Nebula that it coalesced and started to form a planet. Like you can see the planet forming, you can see the molten core form, and so it's basically forming from everything that was in the nebula. Because as soon as the Genesis wave or thing exploded and the wave went by, you notice the Matari Nebula disappeared. That's because it was all coalescing into the planet. So that's the answer to that. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the answer. I was saying that about the cars to Scottish Trekkie because he said he never had one. Thanks for your great coverage of Vegas. I know that was a while back, but the interviews were great. Thank you. There's a lot more interviews to come that haven't been really shit from Vegas as well. We just didn't want to inundate you guys with interviews because where's the ships? We get that complaint all the fucking time. Sometimes we have to release other stuff, guys. you know? I know we started out being ships, but I mean, there's only a finite number of ships, and we've done 5 years of this, so we try to space it out, like ship, then interview, then ship, then interview. So there's still more interviews to come from Vegas, so stay tuned. Coke sucks. You're wrong. Genesis planet formed from the nebula. Yes. Sweet tea for the win. Yee yee. I think it has to do with the fact that the explosion happened in nebula. Absolutely did. Once I tasted Pepsi Max, I couldn't go back to Coke. Well, I'm so sorry for your loss. The real question is, how was there a nebula in a planetary system? It was near the planetary system. It was not in the planetary system. It was near it. So, my car I wanted to own, if I did pass my test, was a Honda Civic. Keeping your first car forever isn't a bad thing. I bought my 1996 Suzuki Bandit motorbike in 2010, and I got my bike license. I still have it in my garage and love it. Won't ever sell it. Yeah, I'll die owning that Camaro. Not selling it. Not happening. A Honda Civic is a UK car I love here. Civics are everywhere, and there's some really nice Civics. Absolutely. Earl Grey tea on track. Earl Grey tea is good. I have to admit that. It's one of the only teas I like. Khan's head became the core, and his ego drew in the nebula gas. Yeah, exactly. Also, nebulas are huge. It would be highly coincidental that a nebula border would be right where the battle was taking place. Captain, do you think we will get any awesome ships into Season 3 of Discovery? I'm sure we will. Probably not Federation ships, though. But I'm sure we'll hopefully get some cool designs. Right, you don't just drift near a nebula. Yeah. Fortunately, Rathcon was awesome, so I can give it a pass on the somewhat wonky science. Absolutely. The captain is a hardcore Team Coke. Look, there's certain things that are right and certain things that are wrong. Camaro, right. Mustang, wrong. Lamborghini, right. Ferrari, wrong. Duracell, right. Energizer, wrong. Coke, right. Pepsi, wrong. There's probably other things. I'm very strongly opinionated when it comes to brands. I love Coke and cheese balls. Hey, cheese balls are fantastic. That's going to make a rude comment about secondhand cheese balls. After you eat the cheese balls, your hands are covered in the cheesy stuff. And you grab your balls, and then you feed them to, like, Sylvia. It's like, hey, Sylvia, want my cheese balls? Don't ask. It's late night. That's what I do. Pretzels and Pepsi. Actually, have you heard there's a trend, it's like from the 50s or whatever, where it's peanuts, salted peanuts in Coke. put some salted peanuts in a bottle of Coke, and it's like a treat. I don't know. I've never tried it, but I've heard about it. Sounds interesting. Dream car for me. Don't laugh. The Subaru RX STI. I'm sorry. Have to admit, I'm definitely looking forward to The Mandalorian, as am I. Miracle Whip or Hellman's? They're two different things, my friend. One is a salad dressing, one's mayonnaise. Hellman's mayonnaise is fantastic, but Miracle Whip for something like Miracle Whip goes great on coleslaw, or to make coleslaw. It also goes good on chicken burgers. Chicken burgers with lettuce and tomato and Miracle Whip is fantastic. With mayonnaise is still good, but Miracle Whip is the way to go for that. So it depends. Would you like to see the Genesis device get revived in Picard to help the Romulans? No. Energizer is right. Good lord, lol. I don't know what you're talking about, Curtis. What I'd like to see is a poutine. Oh, sorry, that was the cheese balls you're talking about. Sorry, Curtis. My bad. It's just that's how it is hanging out with me. I'm just rude, crude, and, you know, I'm just me. Sorry. What I'd like to see is a poutine in Star Trek. I mean, it's filmed in Canada. A poutine. Hellman's. When I use it, Hellman's ketchup or mustard. Generally, that depends. I mean, ketchup for grilled cheese, but also mixed with Frank's Red Hot sauce or the sriracha ketchup. Any kind of hot, spicy ketchup is good with grilled cheese. Mustard, though, for hot dogs. Usually I have mustard, onions, dill pickle relish, Frank's Red Hot sauce, and mayonnaise on my hot dogs. Occasionally, mustard, ketchup, and onions are really good. Depends. More of a mustard fan than ketchup, though, for sure. I'm Irish. Ford's family originally came from Cork, Ireland, so have to be Team Ford. Mustang all the way. LOL. Coke over regular Pepsi. Pepsi Max over Cola. Oy. Sorry about the Mustang thing. You have my sympathy. I'm so sorry. I'm also looking forward to The Mandalorian. It's the only Star Wars entry I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to all of them. I don't really give a shit. Mailbag banner. Hey, Stuart. Hey, Justin. How's it going? Poutine. Poutine. That's how you say it. That's how the French say it. The poutine. I say poutine, but the correct way to say it is poutine. This is the best damn Foley chat ever. Just saying. Well, thank you very much. That's some of these live late night chats are really good. Some are really short and bad. This one's been great, so thank you. Punair, Donair, and Poutine. Okay, poutine is good. I had it last time I was in Canada. I was literally, but damn, awesome stuff these Canadians come up with. You know, and poutine seems very American. Let's French fries, but let's throw a lot of gravy and cheese curds on it. It just sounds American. I always thought it was American, like most of my life, and then realized it was Canadian. I was shocked. It's like, wow, it's something that the Americans I think would come up with, but no. Hamburgers on mustard, definitely. I mean, mustard on hamburgers, definitely, yes. Smarties or M&Ms, they're two different creatures. Depends. Depends on the mood. I have no real brand loyalty as far as that goes. That being said, probably Smarties if I had to pick. If I had to pick. Drinking orange juice and try eating bologna. Ew. What's really bad is brushing your teeth and drinking orange juice. Hot dog, brown mustard, cooked onions. No, can't. I prefer raw onions on my burgers and hot dogs. Cooked onions, not a fan. Not a fan. Grated cheese, sauerkraut. Can't stand sauerkraut to save my life. That being said, I haven't tried it since I was like 14, but I used to gag on it. I could not eat it. I could not eat it. Skittles or Red Hots? Skittles all the way. It's a damn shame there aren't any places here in New York where you serve poutine, because seriously, it needs to be. Really? There's no poutine places in New York. I totally do not believe that. I forgot to like channel. My bad. I'll do it now. Yes, do it. Do it. Do it now. Smarties, the chocolate ones, American Smarties suck. Don't confuse them. American Smarties over here are called Rockets, and they're fantastic. I love the Rockets, or what you call Smarties. Our Smarties are milk chocolate with a hard candy coating. M&Ms are more of a dark chocolate with a candy coating. So there you go. Orange juice only goes good with eggs and bacon. You know what else goes good with bacon is maple syrup. Maple flavored bacon is fantastic. I used to hate it. Now I love it. Yeah, I know, but I haven't found a good poutine here. Oh, well. Justin, you got to come up and visit me sometime. I'll hook you up with some. There's a place downtown called the Poutineery, and they have like 50 different kinds of poutine. It's awesome. Orange juice is good with tequila. Zoodles are animal noodles. Okay. Tequila is for sipping. You have to get closer to Canada. I guess I do. I love OJ on general. I am from California, but it's the only thing I drink with eggs. Okay. Scottish Trekkie, press the like button. Everybody else should follow suit and press the like button. Join Scottish Trekkie in his liking of this video, please. I drench my bacon in maple syrup. It's the only way. What's really good is pancakes with bacon on top and then maple syrup. Oh my god. Mwah. The salty and the sweet, it's just, oh, it's fantastic. Now, is that poutineery or poutineery? That's a good question. I think it's the second one. I was joking with you on the orange juice and bologna. Okay. It's been a damn long time since I've traveled out of the country, but at least I got a valid passport. Good. Well, come to visit me, Justin. My wife is Polish and loves sauerkraut. I hate it, and I keep telling her it smells like farts, and she isn't impressed at all. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm German. I should love it. I just, as a kid, I couldn't eat it. I gagged. On it. I haven't tried it since though, so my tastes have changed quite a bit. So I might like it now. But even when I smell it, I just yeah. So we'll see. I should try it, but. Cap, have you seen Rust Valley Restorers? It's a Canadian show, pretty good, Netflix, I believe. I haven't watched it, but I know what it's about. My dad watches it. He's told me I should watch it, so we'll see. I've never had real maple syrup. Oh my god. How can you exist? I did that first thing. Never eat at a place called Smokes. Worst poutine ever. Smokes. That sounds familiar. Coffee only for breakfast. OJ is too sweet. Maple and bacon is about the best damn thing ever. I disagree. Coffee for breakfast, absolutely, but OJ too sweet? No, 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 no. If it's there's certain ones that might be too sweet, yes, but freshly squeezed, nothing added. Sometimes there's a bit of a tang to it, and so for breakfast I'll have coffee and either orange juice or chocolate milk. Chocolate milk with breakfast is fantastic, and I usually have a water as well. So. Here the current trend is fried chicken and waffles. That confuses me quite a bit. Don't do it, Cap. It's awful. LOL. I don't know what you're talking about, Supercoops. Sauerkraut. Store-bought sauerkraut is probably a lot more mild than homemade. Yes. Well, Sylvia's family's Croatian, so her dad makes a lot of boiled cabbage and cabbagey shit, and it's just no. Ugh, no. No, no, no. Oh, oh. The smell of it's just disgusting. I'm also German. My dad's from Lunenburg, so it's always around when I visit. There's nothing better than sausage and kraut on a bun. I've heard that, and many people will swear by that, but I need to try that again, I guess. Foley, isn't that Rust Valley based in Ontario? It might be, I don't know. Sausage on pancakes and maple syrup. Yes, absolutely. If the Federation doesn't use money, how does Cisco's father's restaurant in New Orleans serve food to its customers? You just go in and ask for food. You don't have to pay for it. Everybody's like equal. So the economy of the future is weird. There's been a lot of videos on it. Sometimes you hear credits mentioned, whatever, but you just get what you need, and it, I don't know. I can't answer that. One thing's for certain: if you ever visit, it'll probably be sometime after college is out. Well, you got to come visit. A nice brat on a bun with some good kraut. There you go. Oh, you mentioned the Hallmark. I guess it's the TOS Transporter, Kirk, Spock, and Bones behind you. Yes, I already did the unboxing for it. It's absolutely great. I don't want to hit the button again because but go watch the beginning of this. That's when the unboxing is, probably about 25 minutes long. Ugh. And it's a fantastic piece. I highly recommend it. It's very expensive, but I recommend it. We are as confused as you. Chicken and waffles is disturbing. Poutine is sublime. There you go. It plugs in and talks, and it's huge. Yep. And it also has like transporter effects and things. It's cool. It's cool. Go watch the beginning of the video, Scottish Trekkie. When it's done and processed, go watch it. Latinum, I think Nog would pay with Latinum. Tube grips. Steve Shives did a couple of videos on Star Trek economics. He has, and I love Steve Shives' work. However, I have not watched those ones. I don't want to really get into it. I should. I probably will at some point. When I first saw them, I just was like, I don't have the time to watch this right now. So I kind of forgot about it. But you're right. I gotta fix my little men, they broke. I'm Captain Kirk. I'm Scottish. Hey, I'm Captain Foley. I'm Scottish Trekkie. How you doing, Captain Foley? It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, yeah. Let's go out and have a beer. All right, cool. Let's go have a beer with the truck collector. This is what happened in Birmingham, because I met Scottish Trekkie. That's Scottish Trekkie. This is me. Hey, how's it going? All right, cool. Yeah, we're awesome. We play bridge crew. Yeah, we do. You're my engineer. Ha! That's funny because you're my engineer. And you're Scottish. Ha! Sorry. The closest thing to chicken and waffles is like proper waffles, I guess, that I've had. Little fried chicken bites in a waffle cone with buffalo blue cheese sauce and Cajun spice fries. So amazing. That sounds actually pretty good. I keep thinking it's Putin, an Irish moonshine. Yeah, I will. Sorry, I keep missing you at the start off of the videos. Scottish Trekkie, I'm disappointed. I think we're all overtired. LOL, I'm getting to bed. Night, folks. LOL, LOL. Yeah, I think I'm heading out too, actually. That's a good segue. It's been an hour, 37 minutes. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you very much for watching the unboxing. Buy this thing. It's awesome. It really is.
Your Enterprise.
Scott here, sir.
We're beaming up. Notify transporter room.
Aye, aye, sir.
Sure.
Transporter room, stand by to beam up landing party. All hands, standing by, sir.
Energize.
Energize.
And the bottom lights up, the top lights up. This is them beaming down. And then the beam up.
Ready the transporter room, Mr. Spock. We're beaming down.
Oh.
Understood, Captain.
The other one was the...
Please stand by in the transporter room. Transporter ready?
Aye, sir.
Thank you, Scotty. Ready, Doctor?
No, but you won't let that stop. Ready to transport.
Energize.
So there you go. That's how we'll end the video as well. Good night, Stuart, and thanks for all the Trek yards. Does inspire us. Thank you, Terry. Much appreciated. Talk to you later from San Diego. All right, Joe, see you later. RJR puts in $2. Thank you very much. I will pay for 50. We will have it soon enough. Thank you very much. Very appreciative of that. All this talk of food is making me hungry. It's 6 a.m. here. I'm going to have a coffee and breakfast. It's late here. I'm not actually hungry, but once I get downstairs, I know I will be, and I shouldn't snack, but I probably will. I don't know what I'll have yet. Probably some pepperettes and maybe some slices of cheese and crackers. I don't know. It's Destination Star Trek Birmingham. Right? Scottish Trekkie and Captain Foley at Tanagra. Birmingham when the walls fell. Those sound effects are chillingly awesome. They are. They're very crystal clear too. I want the computer sounds. I feel like home. If you ever come down to New York City, I implore you to visit Chicken Cone. It sounds good. I will. And the Intrepid to see the Enterprise. All right, cool. All right, night, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. And Scottish Trek, you go back and watch the beginning of this once it's posted. I think you'll appreciate it and enjoy it and all that jazz. So, anyway, guys, it's Captain Foley signing off. Until next time, thank you very much for joining me. It has been a pleasure talking to you about cars and food and everything else. And, you know, for some reason, Crystal Pepsi. I don't know how that even came up. I missed that in the chat. Just all of a sudden popped up. So, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll probably have a live as well tomorrow night. Hoping to have that Junkman, the Star Wars Junkman. He's another YouTuber on. We're going to talk about Star Wars and a whole bunch of cool stuff via Skype. So hopefully you guys can join me for that as well. Hopefully subscribe to that Junkman on YouTube, and yeah. Until then, guys, just keep an eye out for notifications, and I'll talk to you soon.